Yo, what's up, you guys? Just want to go over some struggles that we've been struggling at. I want to pass over the mic to Skylar and be the first to talk about your struggle, man. If you don't mind, or I could go first.
No, yeah, I don't mind. So guys, we want to just talk a little bit about some struggles that, like you said, like we're going through, to bring it to attention, because even though most people think that everyone's like, when you create a podcast or or you see other people on social media, it's all inspiring, it's all happy, it's you see all the positive stuff, but sometimes you don't see like the struggles that are behind the scenes, or like the things that we're going through. And I think it's very important for everyone to see that, maybe you're going through this at the same time. So I'm just going to start with, a current struggle that I'm going through. And right now I'm struggling with motivation right now. And the reason I know I'm struggling with motivation is I'm waking up in the past, since we came back on our trip when we went to Mexico. I've been waking up every day and just like, for some reason, dreading it. Mm-hmm. And I haven't been like this for a while. I go through everyone goes up and downs, but I've been doing pretty well. Like I wake up motivated. I wake up like, hell yeah, let's get this day. I do my meditation, which I'm still doing. But I still my first thought sometimes is like, fuck. Like I'm tired. Like I'm mentally tired right now, and I don't know why. So I am struggling with being motivated, with finding a motivation where I wake up and my first thought goes to like, hell yeah, like let's get this fucking day going. Mm-hmm. And I know that, again, it's not always gonna be like that, but as of right now, it's been like day after day. It's been probably like 3 to 4 days since we got back, and it just like, I hate the feeling, like I don't want to feel this way. So the only thing I'm doing right now is trying to stick to, again, a routine, and that routine is I just put on meditation. I'm just like, what, and I just ask for forgiveness, like forgive myself for having like negative thoughts, which sounds weird, but it's a real thing, like saying I'm like, it's okay, Scott, sometimes you just don't feel like doing stuff, and that's okay.
Yeah. Or
sometimes you're going through whatever, like you have these mental challenges of everything that's going on like in the world, and personal, if not just personal, but everything that's going on right now. And I'm thinking so much right now, and I think that maybe that's another reason I'm not motivated, is because I'm just so like overwhelmed possibly with like what's going on. And so I'm just trying to stick to like a routine and fight it out. But I'm hoping maybe if you can give me some thoughts on it, maybe something that you're doing that I maybe can try, and maybe get back into that motivation of what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude. I mean, lack of motivation hits everyone. It hits me and thousands of people, millions of people out there. We tend to have motivation for some time, and I think I mentioned this before, and I'm always mentioning it because there's new people watching, there's new followers, and there's people still struggling with the same thing. But motivation, it's only like the spark to get you started.
Yeah.
After a while, motivation is gonna leave, and that's normal, dude. That's normal. It's and after like it leaves, it's okay to be like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I'd rather stay in bed. But because that happens to me, I don't want to wake up in the mornings, but I still do it. But once motivation leaves, then that's when commitment comes in. That's when I think of who's gonna fucking work out for me, who's gonna feed me, like who's gonna eat for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though my meals are the same, my routine is the same, it gets boring, bro. Like, I want it to be already like cool or whatever, and that throws me off, So for you, what time are you waking up?
I have to wake up at 6.
At 6, okay. Yeah. Have you tried waking up earlier?
When I choosing to? No. But I do. But like sometimes I wake up before my alarm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, but when I do have that motivation, I am waking up before my alarm. Because I am excited about the day. I have things to do. I can wake up perfectly fine. But as of right now, this past week, I'm just like, I wake up and I hit my alarm and I'm just like, snooze, like fuck it. Like I literally, that's my first thing. I'm just like, and I know I can only snooze like one time, because I don't have like a million alarms like some people.
Like
I,
I do.
I have one. Yeah. So I have to, like, if I know if I snooze once, like that's all I can do. So I got 8 minutes and I'm awake still. So I'm not going back to sleep, but I, like, in my brain, I'm just like, you got this. You need to get up. You know, I know you don't want to, but you know, you are responsible for paying your bills. You're responsible for all this stuff, you know, and you have to you tell yourself that, but it still doesn't help when you're going through this like weird low period. And which brings me into like into a word that I'm going to use that I feel, and it's agitation. So because I'm like this right now and I feel like this, I'm agitated, and I know I'm on edge like throughout the day, which is weird for me because I'm like, you know, that was one thing I've been working on, you know, for a long time. I had to work on that because I used to be like a very agitated person. Like everything used to bug me when I was younger. Like I would just get like annoyed, pissed off, and like shit like that. But now that I'm consciously aware of that as I'm older, like I know that doesn't happen. So now I'm like aware, like I'm agitated, but I try not to show it to anyone. I'm just like, okay, it's not their fault. I didn't want to wake up this morning, or it's their fault that I don't want to do this, or I have to do something that I don't want to do. But I know I have responsibilities and obligations, so I do them because that's what that's what we have to do. But
it's funny because I was on my way over here. I was listening to a podcast because that's all I do now. Instead of listening to the radio, instead of listening to music, on my way to places, I do podcasts or just like interviews, right? And one of the guys did mention that when we wake up, we all wake up like in a shitty mood. Like, you know, we all wake up sad or mad or pissed off, but we never wake up happy. And it's rare. We do sometimes, right? When we got something exciting going on, we do. But out of 10 days, only maybe 1 or 2 you're waking up happy. The rest are like just either neutral or down frequency, right? So what I recommend doing, bro, because it has worked for me, is following a miracle morning and sticking to it, bro. Like I wake up at, again, 3:40 just to get ready for the day. Once I'm done with my workout, prayer, meditation, my shake, my cold shower, my journal, my reading, that's already 6 things. That's already 6 wins, bro. Yeah. Like I'm seeing them as wins because you're barely waking up at 6. I'm already have 6 wins. I'm winning, bro. Like I'm not gonna be mad about that. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that works. I want to say like I could and I should. I mean, try waking up early that way, like because I'm not in a bad mood. Again, I'm neutral. I do have like those thoughts, and I'm glad that I am at least able to like still meditate. And I'm not saying, oh fuck meditation. Like I'm glad I'm not going to that extreme where I'm just like, you know, fuck this. Like I'm over it. Because again, we have to like stick to our routines. The routines are in those good habits are going to create us to, you know, like get the job done.
Yeah.
So yeah, being not having motivation, it does suck. And I know that we go through ups and downs. You know, sometimes I'm sure I'll overcome this and I'll find something to be motivated. I'll find a piece. Maybe I'll hear a message. Maybe I'll hear a podcast. Maybe I'll hear like something in a meditation that just like sparks something again. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm on it.
But what if you don't though? You're still gonna be like just waiting for. And that's the thing, bro. That what I'm saying. It's like motivation is cool. It gets you going. It gets you pumped. You get the pump differently. But when it's not there, you have to stick to those fucking good habits, to that morning routine, that it's going to make you feel like you're winning already. You know, the journal, you're writing what you're grateful for, you're writing affirmations, you're writing what makes you happy. So those are things that your brain's already looking for there, because when we wake up or whenever we have those negative thoughts, our vibrations are low. And what do we have to do? Get them back up. So that's why you work out in the mornings. That's why you do a cold shower. Even if you don't meditate or you don't journal, working out and cold shower, that's just gonna skyrocket your vibrations. So that's what we want. That's where our vibrations are low, because obviously we're asleep or calm, we're either neutral or low, and everything could piss us off or throw us off, right? Because the vibrations are not where we want them to be. So just if you cannot, if you don't want to do anything else, even do fucking 15-20 minutes of like push-ups, sit-ups, and like jumping jacks, or like some physical activity as soon as you wake up, and then you're gonna start feeling a little different. And then that's when you do your cold showers and follow different things. Maybe I do need to finally start like waking up a little bit earlier. You know, I'll do 5:30 to give myself that chance to, you know, there's an extra 30 minutes where it can go a long way. You know, so maybe
maybe that's what I try to, because you never know if you're gonna get like hear something that motivates you or see something and stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to do it for yourself. Like just do something different, change up the routine. And I will say that I think it was yesterday, because again I woke up kind of later than usual. But I did I told myself, you know what, like Daniel told me that he did 100 burpees when we were in Mexico, and I was like, shit. I was like, maybe let me try to see if I can do 100 burpees, because I haven't done 100 burpees, even though I'm back in the gym. I haven't got to that level yet where I feel comfortable, or like I feel like I was strong enough. I'm sure. Anyway, long story short, I did it. I did my 100 burpees. It took me like 15 minutes. I had a minute rest, and I did that, and I was like, damn, like fucking like. Fuck it, I did this. I didn't go to the gym, but at least I, got my 100 burpees in, took my cold shower, and obviously after you work out, it's easier to take a cold shower. Yeah. So I took the cold shower. I was like, hell yeah. So I do count those as wins. I just, again, I just really hope that my brain, instead of, waking up and the first thing being like dreading waking up, I go back to like, with being positive, like waking up smiling, like, thank you, Lord, for letting me wake up, taking a breath and stuff like that. Because I know, again, we're going to go up and down in life. And sometimes we have no control over it. So I think that's right now. I'm just in that weird state where I'm just like, why do I feel like this? Why am I agitated? I don't know. But, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I know it's just going to be just because how we feel right now doesn't mean how we're going to feel later. Right. Yeah. So it's a big thing to be conscious, be aware, and be strong with yourself. Like you said, and trying new routines. So I will try to wake up at 5:30 and try to get some journaling in. And just switch it up on myself. If I switch it up, maybe, like you said, maybe I'll freaking get that spark of motivation as I'm writing.
Yeah, and again, if you don't do anything else, just get a workout in. Do your fucking burpees, push-ups. That's gonna help you lift your vibration, and that's what we want. We always want to be at that high vibration, especially, obviously, like when you're, depending on the situation. If we're like at church, you don't be all hyped. But like, just make sure you do that, dude. And I personally, for me, I don't wait to, maybe because I'm always listening to podcasts and motivational shit, so I'm always listening to it or like hearing it, but I don't wait for me to play something in order to get up and go. Yeah. I wake up pissed too. I'm telling you, like, I wake up, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go to the gym. But then I'm like, no, if I miss today, it's going to be easier to miss tomorrow. And then if I miss 2 days in a row, it's going to make it a week. And you know what? Fuck it. Even my brain is like hating it. Again, like subconsciously, my body gets up and starts getting to work. But just see those small wins and don't wait for motivation. Just know what you want. Have an end goal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe that could be another reason, brother. You're like, you don't know like the end goal. Like we all want the success, but we don't break it down. We have to like plan it out, right? Like from here to 3 weeks or a month, or so little shit like that. So you could, okay, I have in three months I'm gonna lose this amount of weight. Cool. That instead of focusing in 3 months I'm gonna be a professional bodybuilder. I mean, in 3 years. Yeah. Just focus on the 3 months, and then those 3 months will keep you motivated, consistent, will keep you dedicated. And then once you get to the 3 months, then you move on to the 6, 12, and so on.
Yeah, that's a great technique to do, or technique to try for anyone out there that's that tries it. You want the end goal, but make sure you focus on the here and now. I mean, from this message, that's you made a great point. You made great valid points of like making sure that you stay consistent, you make the changes, and you just stick with them, regardless of how you feel. You just keep doing it, and and the end result comes, you're gonna see it, you're gonna look back, and it's just gonna hit you like, damn, I stuck this, like from 3 months turns into 6 months and then to a year, and then you're like, fuck, like look where I am now. And it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna give you fucking like, it's gonna give you, that's when you like that motivation or possibly or whatever kicks right back in, and you feel like 100 times more hyped. So I do appreciate that insight, and like giving me some of your thoughts of what I could change and what possibly we can do to like keep that motivation going, or even if we don't keep the motivation going,
that consistency,
to keep that consistency.
Yeah, and I always know, dude. Like I'm always up early, so you could always text me, and like I like to, like I started with the client, and I told her like I send her my meals every day. I'm like, not because like, oh, look what I'm eating, or because I want to be annoying, but like that'll keep me accountable. That'll keep my consistency, because I know if I don't send it to her, like she might think, oh, this guy's fucking eating bad or breaking the
Yeah,
diet.
who knows what he's eating? He's probably having a burger right now,
So,
lying to me.
So I tell her, I suggest her to do things, but I make sure I'm doing them too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if you never need any accountability and shit like that, just let me know, hey, this is what's gonna happen, and then we could work through it.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. And then so now that we've shared and kind of like I've talked about like something I'm struggling. What is one of the things that you're struggling with right now, man?
One of the major things right now that I was thinking prior to recording this was like I wake up early. I set my goals. I like to enjoy the process. I do put like 3-6 month goals, but the bigger picture is still there, and that's what's still fucking me up, or like fucking me over. That doesn't kind of let me enjoy the process in a way, because I still enjoy it. I still like it. I still like, I'm not motivated, but I'm still consistent because I know my small wins add up. But yeah, I still want the big goal to be here already. And that's the things that like, if, again, like I mentioned, I'm over here fucking just doing my own thing, and I see like 21-year-olds driving fucking a Lambo, and I'm just like, that one, I want to be me. I want to do that already. I want to live that life, but yet I'm still not there. So that kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah, it deters you. I have to agree with you on that. And I have to say that's something that I currently, I think everyone still will struggle with that, or have those mindset, like not the mindset, but everyone will have like those type of thoughts too, because not all of us, but the most of it, the majority of us that want to be better, that want the end goal, always think like, when is it gonna come? When is our time? When is it, like, I want that now. How much further? And as we both know, like, if you have to focus on the here and now, if you're not present, then how are you going to get to that goal? How are you going to get there if you don't stay focused on what's happening now?
Yeah.
Because then it's going to deter you from what's actually happening. You may take a left turn or whatever, and that's going to drive you off your path, because now you're so focused on the end goal that you're so like, that shouldn't be the most important thing to us. Like, the end goal is important to us. Like, it's where we're striving to, it's where we're trying to go. But like you said, it's the process and everything to get you ready for that. Life sometimes wants to make sure that we're ready for it, and it's going to give it to you when it's ready. But sometimes you just have to wait for life to say like it's ready for you. I know. Yeah. And sometimes we think we're ready, but life hasn't given us the right challenges yet. Life works in mysterious ways, and it will always give you exactly what you need when you need it. I know we all have wants and stuff like that, but it will give you exactly what you need. And it will give you those blessings. And it's good to say those affirmations, like saying that I'm ready, letting like the world know, saying, be positive and say it, because it will. I believe it will come sooner if you have that those thoughts. If you say, oh, it's never going to come to me, oh, I'll never be rich, or I'll never do that, guaranteed it won't ever come. You're putting out that energy into the world, saying, like, oh, I'm not ready, I'm never going to get it, all my life is horrible, like all those fucking negative thoughts. That's how you're talking to yourself. If you talk to yourself that negative, you're not going to, but trying to tie that in, or I'm trying to like figure out maybe how to put this in words, because I know the feeling and I have that same feeling, but I have this weird thing that happened to me a few months ago, where one day out of another, all of a sudden I had faith again. It was this weird thing. And so I want you to like just think about, like, you have faith in yourself, right? Like, anything you've ever done, have you always got it? You've got it done, right? So if you put your mind to it, like you've done the small wins, you getting up early, you're doing the whole body thing, maybe just have a little bit more faith with yourself and trust, and say like, Daniel, I'm a badass motherfucker. I got this shit,
Yeah.
Like I know I'm gonna get there. I know it's happening, and it's gonna happen, because whatever is happening in the future, if you believe in that kind of thing, if you believe like, time doesn't exist, which I know that time doesn't exist, you technically have it now, which you have in the future. Like, it all comes full circle. So you have it now. and you're already there. You're just enjoying the process.
Yeah. No, I agree though, and I do catch myself like, because I heard it. My mentor tells us like, just enjoy the process, small wins, and I do. But with social media, you see it everywhere, or sometimes even now down the street, you see people like doing good and stuff, whatever. But again, it's just the end result of nobody knows the backstory. Nobody knows behind what's going on behind the scenes. And I do catch myself like, okay, no, relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy what you're doing now. But it's just that's something that I've been struggling with. It's back then it was worse, which I will be like more. I wouldn't get depressed, but like I'll be more
angry.
Yeah, I'll be angry. I'll be fucking off. Just kind of like hating life because I'm not where I want to be. But now it's just opposite. But I'm still struggling with wanting the end goal like tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to tell you something that I tried. I don't know I don't know if you already do this, but there's something I do which I love. I love imagining what it would be like if I was already there. Mm-hmm. So I literally can close my eyes half the time. Like, when I'm like, if I'm meditating, let's say I'm thinking about like winning the lottery and stuff like that, I actually take time to myself and imagine a full on story. Like the first thing I would do, the first 5 things I would do once I'm there. And it's not going to be exactly like that because once it happens, who knows where we're going to be. But I always think of small things like, if we do win, once we get there, once we become that successful or where we think we want to be, once we get to that level, I'm sure we're going to want another level, right?
Yeah.
So I do this thing where I just like close my eyes and I actually like, I close my eyes and I just envision like giving $1 million to my dad or to my parents and like, you're retired, I got you. Let's fucking travel. Oh, here's fucking, let me buy a house for my family. Let me fucking, let's be you and fucking like everyone. Let's just gone for the weekend. Like we're gone for the week. Let's just or let's do like, I imagine like just all this crazy stuff, all these scenarios. And it actually makes me very happy. Yeah. Because I know that it's possibly, eventually it will happen. Eventually I will get there. If all works out in the way it's supposed to, and if my faith is there, and that's where my faith comes in because I know that it's gonna happen. It's already happened and it's happening now, and that's what I try to do.
Yeah, the affirmations and the law of attraction. Yeah, I believe in that, dude. I just have to work a little harder on that, man.
Yeah, I just try imagining it. Just try imagining what it feels like, what it smells like, what it tastes like. It's so crazy to think like that, and people are like, that's so weird, but it's not. I know so many people that physically like those affirmations, like. You have to believe you're already there and see it in your mind. Yeah. See the house that you want. See the cars that you want. Like even though those are all like, materialistic like things, there's also those feelings that come with it. Feel that feeling. Feel those goosebumps that you get. Yeah. That you fucking like, damn, I made this. Feel that happiness, that like crying happiness of like how your parents will see, of your sister, like whoever, right? Of them seeing you like give them like $1 million or giving them like fucking everything they wanted for it. Because like for me, like I'm a giver, so it brings me happiness when I see that. So whatever works for you is when you imagine like that feeling, keep imagining that feeling and see maybe that will help focus you on the long goal because you already have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I like that. I like that. I heard it before and it's true. Like the more you think about it and the more you feel it. It's not just thinking about it; it's feeling it.
Yeah.
Because once you feel something, like
it's powerful.
The energy is different than just thinking about it.
Yeah, you can get goosebumps. You can get like these weird visions where you feel like it's deja vu. That's how you're in the right spot. And if you get that while you're imagining it, it's true.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate you being vulnerable and speaking on that, and as well as helping me with my thoughts and hopefully motivation, I didn't get motivation from this, but I will say that I'm getting something close to it, like it's something else that feels even more powerful, and the message that we're bringing. So I really appreciate this conversation, and if again, well, anyone that's listening to this, this was the point of this was, again, we feed off each other's energy, we feed each other's thoughts, like we're all struggling, even though we may seem like we're not struggling with that certain thing, we are, right? So I hope that you guys took something from this. I hope that you're open to speaking to like anyone who you want and have that conversation with them. Say, like I'm struggling with this, and just try to work on it. Like it's not the end of the world. You still wake up every day, and each day at the end of the day when you didn't want to wake up, see how you feel at the end of the day. Did you still not wake up, or was it actually a good day?
Yeah, and every day is a new day. So if today sucked, then tomorrow you get to start all over again, and you could do something better. And if it's tomorrow sucks, then little by little, eventually you'll start knowing like, okay, what I did yesterday didn't work out. What I did today didn't work out. I'm gonna try this tomorrow. Let's see if it works out. Again, it's a even though we want to get to the finish line tomorrow or the next week, it's still a process, and it's hard for some of us to kind of like get that engraved in our mind, like to say, okay, we gotta enjoy the process. I know we want everything now, but just small little wins will add up, right? Like the compound effect. Like if you read that book, then it's little 1 penny a day for 30 days. It's like fucking, you know what I mean? Or like some bullshit like that. It's it's crazy, man. So just if you want to share your some struggles, write them down in the comments or message us. Well, you know, we're always there to give you our point of views, because we all have different lives, but we all at the same time think the same and have this kind of like similar struggles. That will work for me might work for you, and what's working for Skylar might also work for you. So just let us know, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and share it with your loved ones.
All right. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Peace.